And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover.
Hey, what's up everyone? And we're back today with another another video. So maybe you get sick of this tank. I'll try not to fix it too much anymore. Maybe get sick of it Matchmaking 2, but the Vanguard once again. But just some of you may say, just wait for the ending of this one. You're gonna love it. Trust me. So pretty awful matchmaking for this tank as you look at this game. To start off with. Tier 8, me and Jokers are in. Two fairly strong tier 8s, depending what you think of them. SU-130's got a beefy gun, and this thing can be an annoying pest to any tank, really. But Cliff is not the best map for light tanks, at least initially, I think. It can be a little bit more fun in the late game. There's a couple maps I think that are like that. Everwood's another one. They're more fun in the later games. But in the initial spotting, they're kind of head-to-head brawls, so it's kind of annoying. We're going to try to spot at least them crossing, maybe get a shot or two of damage to start off with. We spot the AMX, we're going to put one into him, and that is by far not the last shot we're going to put into him this game. But not spoilers yet. So we only spot a couple tanks there. Jokers is probably going to take out that position now with his SU-130. I'm going to go up to the top here. I can use this spot a little more carefully. A lot of times I see people going up the hill on this side. This tank, I probably could have done it, but they have a 13105 and he went up the hill as well, so yeah. That's way there. 3-shot 660 alpha versus 3-shot like 1100 and something alpha with 900 hit points on me. Not so good, as we're putting a couple shots into the waffle as he crosses, and all three do connect, which is always nice. And I also don't like going up this way on Cliff in other scouts, as I can tell this Aguila wants a piece of me. So I'm going to back off, and sure enough he's getting a little thirsty. But in his thirst for blood, yeah, he's going to get set on fire. I can just tell sometimes when people want to shoot, and that guy definitely wanted a piece of me. There you kind of tell. But I generally don't always go up Cliff on this side of the map, because you can get shot in the rear very easily compared to the other side. You can see on their side, they only have like a small gap versus on this one, you're exposed a little longer. So in like fatter tanks, I try not to go up there. This one I could have made it up there, but there's a 13105, and again, that's really not worth it in my opinion, as that last clip was just 0 for 3. And here I do something that's really risky, especially with 2 already in play, and I just sit here. I don't recommend this. This is probably a misplay. I get away with it. But I should have just pulled back and down the hill just to make sure I wasn't getting just clicked on. So kind of misplayed. We get away with it, and yeah, we're controlling this middle fairly well. But their tanks are pushing the other side very, very hard. They have a lot of heavies pushing that way, and we're about ready to lose this side of the map because our team has pushed or died on the valley. Valley is not great. You can make one good play if you go up the valley and then into the bowl area. It's not too bad. You can see pretty nice side shots, but if you just push valley and just try to go into the base, you're just going to get farmed. Don't really recommend it usually. As you can see, they have a VK, Chieftain, and right now there are 4, 5, there's going to be 6 tanks around me in a second, as on the mini-map, and yeah, it's time to leave. Jokers isn't surviving this, and I'm not going to die as well. Hopefully got APCR loaded, put a couple shots into this E75 on the way out. We lose a couple hundred health because we ran into a tree. I don't know. Anyways, I just noticed that. That's weird. And right now we're just running for our life. The game's still even score-wise. And here we're going to take a little bit more fall damage. But it's okay as long as we don't kill ourselves, we're good. And we can keep our gun in the fight at this point. So basically they control the high ground, and I'm just... with this tank, I really want to support somebody with a bigger gun. Looks like the T-30 is pushing back. My biggest concern at this point, mine is map positioning, because right now we have none of it. Even though the scores are even, and that's always so key, is having good key positioning. And 2 of our tanks that are left are artillery, so really, it's really not that even. But here, I'm spotted, and I'm getting targeted. I know that's a 13-105, so I'm going to buzz off of there. Last time I saw him, he's full health, so I have said no chance. And here, I'm just going to be patient. Hope that the Panzer 7 pushes in, makes a misplay. Even though I'm already spotted, he should just sit up on the hill. But instead, he pushes down, we put one into him, get a little bit of a fire, put a second one into him, finish him off. And then hopefully pop out and snap one in the super controller plate, which is nice. And we see that the AMX is in fact killing our artillery. And there's also the other AMX, the heavy tank, back there as well. He's gonna lit up in a second. There you go. So that was key, not to push around there. I knew he was in that position. And here, we're almost loaded. We're gonna push in on the waffle. He's totally tunnel vision on the T-30. He smacks a nice one into him, and I finish him off. It's good little teamwork here between me and the T-30. It's nice. First shot, no Skoda tracks in, lucky. Then put a second one in, and hopefully we can get around before he's able to get his tracks repaired. And right about now, I'm thinking, yep, there's a 13-105. I need to go. T-30 is a one-shot. He's going to die. Hopefully, he can maybe take out one more tank. He does, which is cool. And you see there, the 13-105 is basically full health. And I'm just praying, please don't chase me. Please don't chase me. And he doesn't, thankfully. So that means we can live for another day so far. And this game's been kind of hectic to an extent. We've been all over the place. And here we spot the E75. And this is kind of another misplay here. Maybe. I don't know if I could have done anything differently in terms of... This is probably going to help win the game, but it's really, really, really risky. And it's stupid and it works. It's not stupid, I guess, but this is still... Fortunately, that second one bounces somehow. He misses at point blank to his Vanguard. And our last one goes in, making him a one-shot, which is cool. But super risky play there. I could have easily taken another hit or died if he had HE. I mean, at this point, I just need to get out. I'd like to support the STRV. That E75 is in a really strong position, and I really can't fight him at this point. He knows where I'm at. I just need to hightail it on out of here and hope that I can maybe get around the mountain and see if I can't pick another different angle on him. I just want to create separation at this point. I know a lot of people have been buying this tank this week because it's on sale, and how annoying it can be. I don't think it's that ridiculous. It's pretty easy to take out. A good way to take them out if you're in any tank. And you're struggling to hit them with regular rounds, and I don't advise like carrying a bunch of high explosives. But HE is not a bad way to deal with them, because generally, even if you don't directly hit them, especially with some bigger guns, like maybe, I don't know, Turtle, stuff like that, anything, is shoot HE at them. Because even if you don't, again, pen them or hit them directly, you can splash near them and track them, and once they're tracked, they have really slow acceleration, and you can generally take them out pretty easily. That's generally the best way to deal with them if you're in another, like, not in a light tank. I find the anti-tank to this thing is the Turtle, and this is a key point in the game. It's 3 versus 1, and this 13-105 is doing a massive misplay. He is super aggressive right here. He thinks he has me dead to rights. He doesn't realize that I can easily clip him out no matter what. And here I put him in a terrible position. He is fighting with his tank barrel over the back of his tank, and we easily take him out. And it's so good in terms of making this game more winnable for me. And here we're going to check really quickly to see what the heavies are doing. I'm going to try to spot them. I saw the AMX. I know what the E75 was. I go up here, and I don't spot them. So this is also key. Okay, where are they going? At this point, I think, okay, they're both climbing the hill, and I went back and checked the replay, and this was the right call. They both came up to both separate paths, which was good. That's a good tactic. But we predict that, and we're going to fall off the hill as quickly, but as carefully as possible. I don't lose any more hit points this game. I can still take a shot from both of them. Well, one shot from one of them, I should say, if they hit me. If they don't have HE loaded. Like to keep it that way without losing any more hit points to fall damage. So that was key. Good call by myself that they were both pushing up the hill, and they were both pushing up the separate paths, so there was no other way for me to get off that hill minus there. So getting into the minds of the enemy a little bit in terms of what they were probably doing. And there's the AMX. We spot him. He spots us. But at this kind of range, I'm fairly confident if I just do a little wiggle, hopefully they should miss. And they do, both of them. It's, sure enough, there they both are. But that AMX was super overconfident there, and that can get me in trouble too sometimes. People seen this on stream, but he was at five kills or something like that, and he was having a really good game and just got overconfident, I think, that, hey, I can go kill this little tier 8 light tank, no problem. And we used that against him, and he basically separated himself from his teammates, and we just took advantage of it and made him pay and took him out of the game. So at this point, I could have went up here to my left, but I figured maybe there's a chance, and I want to be most cautious at this point in this 2 versus 1. I think they're going to cap. They're going to try to cap. At least that's my understanding. But they saw me going around this way, and I didn't want to go up to the middle quite yet, because I thought maybe they could push that way, and then I may be trapped once again from the two-way prong, I guess, from them two. So I'm going to take the long way, see if maybe they're up on the hill still. Who knows? And sure enough, there you go. We're in the cap. One of them. I have one clip of APCR left, and I'm really hoping that is for the E75 to finish him off. The AMX I can pen in the side pretty easily, and hopefully if I can kill the E75, then I can pounce on the AMX in the cap circle, and there we go. We spot the E75 for us. First one bounces, unfortunately, but before he can angle his armor, second one goes in. Luckily, AMX takes a blind shot at us, and he's side on. We're going to have one more in the clip, but unfortunately that one does not go in as well. It's going to be a little key, because we're probably going to have to reload twice now. If we have to deal with him. All I have is AP left now. Maybe could have saved some APCR if I had paid more attention, but in some of these games he gets so focused that switching ammo, especially in a tank like this, is really not your biggest concern. At least I find I'm more concerned about how I'm going to kill the next tank rather than round choices, especially when even the round choice is like 215 APCR. And here I'm just going in. I had 30 seconds. Could have gone a little more to the left, and if I would have never had to deal with this. And he misses, do a little wiggle, catch him out in the open like this, do a little e-brake turn, put one in, put two, that one bounces, and put a second one in. And now I have a 26-second reload. And this is a tricky situation. He can't hit me if I just hug his tank. But it looked like he was trying to get up to the map border, which he is. That's a good play. That's a really smart play, actually. It's the best way to deal with me at this point. But then he stops. He stops doing that. And that's kind of key there. And we're just trying to mimic his movements as best as possible. It looks hilarious. We're reloaded. We're going to start dumping the clip in again. And just, can we get a high roll? Can we get a high roll? No, we can't. So, again, we got to reload once again. And those bounces are coming in key right now, because he would be dead right now. Without those. So instead of this game already being over and me doing the Macarena or whatever the hell I'm doing right now with this AMX, we have to risk it for another 25 seconds, and here we mess up. We don't quite mimic his movements hard enough, and he does hit us. Luckily he wasn't using high explosives there, but we finish him off for a 5th kill and the win and 5,000 damage, and the little tier 8 tank that could, in really bad matchmaking. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that ending. That was one of the better endings I've had to a game in a while. If you pick up, the ace tanker, obviously 2200 base, Orlux medal, and 5k damage, most on the team, in a tier 8 scout that has 660 alpha on a 26-second clip reload. So showing you everything that's possible in the Vanguard. Second favorite tank in the game, probably, at this point. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I love it. It's just so much fun to play. Yeah. Won't ever take the LTTB ever, probably, but just a blast to play for myself. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Try to cut down on the Vanguard gameplays, but yeah, catch you guys next time. See ya.